Hi there, it's Marva, and I want to talk to you a little bit about stress. Um, Stress kills, you know. Oh, yes. Many researchers have proven that stress is a causative factor for many disease and disorders that are present in our society right now. The thing is that stress inflames our bodies. Um, Emotional and anything in excess really causes our body to become inflamed and turn on itself. Hence, so much autoimmune diseases are present right now. And because our bodies become toxic and inflamed and turn on itself and start destroying itself. So stress is bad for us. Now, it's not possible to avoid stress in this day and age, to avoid it completely. Even if you live in the country parts and you leave your house and you go to the supermarket, you do encounter some stress because you'll have someone who bad drive you on the road, or the cashier doesn't speak to you properly. We all have stress. But it's how we handle it that's important, and not exposing ourselves to excess stress. So many of us tend to um, relive any stressful events that we might have in our lives. We go to bed, or somebody speak to us badly, or we had some kind of a bad experience with the cashier or with the cop or with our mate, with our children, with our co-workers, and we go to bed with it, and we relive the event in our sleep, and we dream about it, and we carry the same thing over and over and over and over again, weeks, months, years. One thing I am learning is that worrying myself about things don't change. You kind of know things, but sometimes you just get that aha moment. Yes, worrying about things don't really change anything. So I'm learning not to worry about things. Talk about it. I even journal, write my feelings in my journal, how I feel. Talk about it with someone that I can trust or who will listen. Some people don't want to hear your problems. And pray about it and leave it. And actually, most times I have to talk to myself about this issue. I literally, if you listen to me, if you were at my door at my house, you would hear me talking to someone and you would think I'm talking to somebody else. I'm talking to myself. Okay? You have to encourage yourself. You gotta talk to yourself like as if there's somebody else there. How I see it is that God is in me. Okay? God is in me, and I'm talking to God who is within me about my whatever it is that's concerning me, whatever is worrying me, whatever I'm angry about, whatever I'm stressed about. I talk about it. And I find that with stress a lot of times is because we lack discipline. For example, if we're going to work and we know that it takes us a half an hour to get ready for work, and it's going to take us another half an hour to get to work, we need to give ourselves more than an hour. We can't be exact. So of course, if something should happen and we're 2 minutes off, we're stressing to rush to work. And that will create your day. Because if you start out rushing, stressed out, that stress is going to follow you for the rest of the day. So why not get up 10-15 minutes early so you can take your time and get ready for work, and take your time and get to work on time. Actually get to work a little earlier so you can kind of relax, have a cup of tea, some water, talk with somebody for 5 minutes before you actually start the work. So a lot of times stress is because we lack discipline. Bad food causes unnecessary stress, mental, emotional, and physical stress. Well, if we would only plan a little better about what, plan a little better about what we're going to eat. For example, when we go grocery shopping on Saturday, or whenever it is we go grocery shopping, we have a list of things that we're going to eat, we're going to buy, because we have already in our mind or on paper written down what our meal is going to be for the week, rather than end up grabbing junk, and then that junk we put in our body that cause our body not to function properly, and we end up stressed out. Also, be a little bit be disciplined with our exercise. Okay, like I've said before, it's not necessary. I don't believe, that's my personal opinion, I don't think it's necessary to have to exercise every day. But one could say, okay, I'm going to exercise 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so that's one decision out of the way. Okay, so it's not possible for me to exercise in the mornings because I have to get to work by 7, for example. So I'm going to exercise for half an hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So no matter what happens, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to exercise. So, it takes some discipline. Another discipline that I know we lack is going to bed. So many of us say, for example, many people don't have a specific time to go to bed. It's very important to have a specific time to go to bed. So that if 9:30 is your bedtime, at 9:15, automatically your body is going to start winding down. 9:30 you go to bed, and you'll be able to sleep, and your body gets used to that routine. Some people say they go to bed, they have, say for example, they have a 10 o'clock bedtime. But at 9:45, they get on the phone to talk to a friend or a kid or a spouse or somebody. At 9:45, you should be probably brushing your teeth, putting on your night clothes, and laying down so that at 10 o'clock, you're sleeping. So, we lack discipline, and that's one of the reasons why we are so stressed out. Financial stress is a big thing, and we lack discipline financially because we overspend. People are spending on credit card all willy-nilly without thinking, and you end up in debt. If you can't afford that expensive handbag, why buy it? Most times it's not because we need it, because we want it, because everybody else has that Louis Vuitton. We go out to dinner and lunch and breakfast and we can't afford it. So we overspend, okay? We spend more than we bring in. We're not saving. So if there's an emergency, there's no money for the emergency. And at the end of the month also, we can't balance our budget because what we're spending is more than we're bringing in. So if we're willing to sacrifice some things, not going to the mall to shop, not eating out, and living in a smaller place, driving a less expensive car, things like that can help to reduce our stress level. And like I said, stress kills. Stress makes us sick. Stress affects every cell, every tissue, every organ, every system in our body. Stress kills, and stress makes us sick. So it behoves us to try our best to reduce our stress level as best as we can. Prayer helps, journaling helps, exercise helps, eating a well-balanced diet, primarily plant-based, helps, singing helps, dancing helps, meditating, going for a nature walk, gardening, all these things help to reduce our stress level. Okay? Thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless you. Take care.